Hello and welcome back. Today we're cracking open one of the most infamously rough cartridges ever to wear a legendary name. Conan on the NES, also known as Conan: The Mysteries of Time. Released in 1991, this side-scrolling action-adventure was published by Mindscape and developed by Eastridge Technology. It is a port of Myth, History in the Making by System 3. You play Conan the Barbarian by Robert E. Howard. The box art is quite good. Conan stands on a rock ledge, holding his sword as a lightning bolt cracks across his shield. It promises an epic time. The game inside, not so much. You jump by pressing up, or down, depending on the situation. Your tiny orange barbarian gets knocked into bottomless pits from half a screen away, and killing a basic skeleton takes what feels like forever due to the poor hit detection. If you want to grab yourself a copy, they can be had for around $70. A complete inbox copy goes for around $225, and sealed graded copies have been known to push well past $500. Composer Rich Shemaria wrote the entire soundtrack out on actual sheet music paper and handed it to the programmer Nick Eastridge, who coded the whole game single-handedly, but not without a bug or two. Level 3's music goes out of sync on every loop due to a bug that shipped in the final cartridge. Conan on the NES is a cautionary tale about slapping a beloved license onto a rushed port. Stick around and have a listen to a song about this disaster, and my final rating right after.
1991 on the NES, Mindscape pressed a cartridge like a cursed relic. Eastridge Tech rushed a port they had to ship from Myth on the Commodore 64. Conan the Cimmerian on a blood-soaked quest for urns buried in the crypt of Kahala. 6 dark levels from the catacombs to Zambula, throne of Aquilonia if you can just survive. Lightning on his shield, thunder in his stare. The box sought promise, fury, glory, despair. Pick up the controller, pray the Cimmerian gods care. Conan, swinging at the sky. Press down to jump or you're gonna die. Bottomless pits and the sword you can't hold. Cimmerian legend getting sold, souls. Conan on the NES. Robert Howard must be turning in his grave. A barbarian hero in a buggy cartridge cage. Conan on the NES. Rich Shemaria wrote it down on sheet music pages. Nick Eastridge coded every byte alone. Level 3 loops out of sync every time. A shipping bug in the 1991 home. Flying demons, fiendish spirits, nymphs with a plan. Jump kicks that miss and punches that can't land. From the forest of Asgard to the sky castle high. You fall off a ledge and you wonder just why. Lightning on his shield, thunder in his stare. The box sought promise, fury, glory, despair. Pick up the controller, pray the Cimmerian gods care. Conan, swinging at the sky. Press down to jump or you're gonna die. Bottomless pits and the sword you can't hold. Cimmerian legend getting sold. Conan on the NES. Robert Howard must be turning in his grave. A barbarian hero in a buggy cartridge cage. Conan on the NES. One lone programmer coded every line. Sheet music scribbled under deadlines design. Mindscape rushed the cartridge out the door. A Cimmerian legend deserved so much more. Pneumonios pops out of the campfire glow. Tells you what to do but forgets to say how. Crom is watching from his mountain in the cold, shaking his head at the tail beam. Sumerian legend getting sold. Conan on the NES. Crom was watching and he wasn't impressed. A barbarian hero, what a Hyborian mess. Conan on the NES. Conan on the NES.
Conan on the NES gets a 3 out of 10 stars. The box art is pure fantasy glory. The premise is classic, and honestly, the music punches way above its weight for a game this cursed. But the controls are an actual crime. The hit detection is broken. Jumping by pressing down is a choice I will never forgive. And the whole cartridge feels like it was shoved out the factory door before it was finished. A licensed legend like Conan deserves so much better than this. If you're a collector, grab it for the shelf in that glorious box. If you actually want to play it, Crom help you.